Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotcard.com and welcome to your weekly tarot card reading. For this week's reading, I'm using the Heart and Hands Tarot by Blackbird. And if you're wondering about my foster kitties, they all got adopted except for Henry, who I'm keeping. And I don't know if you remember Henry. He was the gray tabby boy, and he was really cute, and I really fell in love with him, and I've been thinking of getting a second cat as a companion for Merlina, my black cat, and I finally found the right kitty. So yeah, so I've adopted him, so I will feature him probably in my next video. He's just sleeping right now. So I'll start with the first card. The first card is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a wonderful card to get at the beginning of the week. I love getting an ace for the Monday-Tuesday card. So the Ace of Pentacles, it's all about planting a seed. So if you look at the image on this card, there's this hand and it's planting a seed. This is about taking baby steps. So if there is somewhere that you want to be, somewhere in your life that you would rather be, or something you want to achieve or attain, some kind of goal that you have, don't think, I mean, sometimes it's helpful to get a sense of the big picture, but don't obsess about how you're going to get there. Just start by taking baby steps. And start by, by taking small steps. Another idea or thing that I get with this card is that something might happen at the beginning of this week that is going to plant a seed in your mind. It's going to give you an idea, and you aren't necessarily going to act on this idea or do anything about it in the beginning, but that seed is planted in your mind. And as time goes on and you have different experiences, that seed grows and it becomes bigger. That idea becomes much more than just an idea. And it's kind of like when you see something and you kind of get inspired, but you don't really do anything about it. But then over time, you get more and more inspired and you have more and more ideas. It's kind of like that. And then as we get into the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursday, we have the Prince of Cups. And this particular Prince of Cups, he's very seductive, he's very romantic, he's kind of a bit of a hippie, he's laid back, he's not very organized, and he's not very practical, and he's maybe even a little bit flaky. He tends to follow his heart, but the whims of his heart change from time to time. So he's not the kind of knight who's on the straight and narrow path, like, say, the Knight of Pentacles. So what does he mean for us? He means a couple of things. Number one is the middle of the week is really a great time to indulge your creative impulses and to follow your heart, you know, go where your energy and your passion leads you. And I don't think this means like make any big decisions based on your heart's desires. I feel like this is more about just letting kind of your emotions and your heart guide you in making smaller decisions and in expressing yourself, how you choose to express yourself. This really is a card about expressing yourself and expressing your feelings and your emotions and stuff like that. The other thing I get with this card is don't be an idiot this week. So the Prince of Cups, as wonderful and romantic as he is, can be a bit of an idiot. He sometimes lacks foresight and practicality, and he can make really rash decisions, and he can sometimes see what he wants to see rather than what is actually in front of him. He kind of looks at the world through rose-colored glasses, which isn't always bad, but sometimes it is, because you can deceive yourself when you do that. So I feel like the message here is to really express yourself, be creative, follow your heart, but don't be an idiot about it. Don't be yeah, like take off your rose-colored glasses every now and then. Don't make any ridiculous decisions this week. And the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have 10, the Wheel of Fortune. So funny, we have number 1 at the beginning, and then we have number 10 at the end of the week. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about the ever-changing nature of reality and the fact that nothing ever stays the same, nothing is permanent, things are always changing and shifting. And sometimes this can be really traumatic for us. It can be very disorienting, and it can feel like we're being pulled about through life and kind of taken for a ride. So the key here with the Wheel of Fortune, the real spiritual message of this card, is to focus on remaining centered, even when your life maybe feels very chaotic, like a tornado. So there might be a lot happening around you. Maybe everyone around you is going crazy and there's all this stuff happening. But if you can stay centered within yourself, you have a much better chance of getting through those chaotic times and just staying sane and staying grounded and centered and healthy. Another thing I get with the Wheel of Fortune is that as we move through cycles in our lives, there's always a time for productivity and, you know, good things happening, and that's symbolized by the full moon. And, you know, things, lots going on, success, wonderful stuff. And then the moon kind of starts to recede, and there's the dark moon. This is usually the time of going within, and it's not so much about taking action and learning new things. It's about going within and just being and reflecting and receiving energy and receiving ideas. And then things start to shift again. And I think it just really reflects how our lives are on this cycle. So there's times when you're really productive, you're busy, things are going great. There's times where you might be depressed, or where you may just not feel like socializing and stuff like that. You kind of go within, your energy shifts, and that's just a normal thing. And I think it's really important to be able to work with those cycles that we go through, and don't try to just be the same all the time. Really honor those cycles, and if you're really feeling like you just want to stay in and read a book, do that. And if you have this urge to go out and meet new people and do things, then do that. Don't feel like don't try to force something that doesn't feel natural to you. And is there anything else I want to say about this card? No. Okay. So I'm going to zoom out here. I'm going to look at these 3 cards together. I'm going to see if there's anything else that's standing out to me. It really feels like the beginning of a week is kind of the beginning of the journey. It's like you get an idea, a seed is planted, you take one baby step towards your goal or your dream. And then when we get to the middle of the week, it's all about going on a journey. The princes, also known as the knights, are about going on a journey. They're about adventure and journeying through life. And this particular Prince of Cups is about using his heart as a compass, which sounds wonderful, and sometimes we can go wrong by doing that, but sometimes we have to do that. And then when we get to the end of the week, I think there's change afoot by the end of the week. Things are shifting, things are changing, and it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but the more centered you are, the better you're going to experience, or the more positive you're going to experience these changes. Okay, so that has been your weekly tarot card reading. My name is Kate. You can find out more about learning how to read tarot on my website, dailytarotworld.com. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week.